The shrill cry of your morning alarm breaks the silence, and you instantly mutter, "Why did I set this so early?" While brushing your teeth, you study your reflection. "I definitely need a haircut." Or do I? Rushing out the front door, you reach for your keys, only to realize they're missing. Frustrated, you shout, "I can't do anything right," just in time to see your neighbor staring. Getting caught talking to yourself can feel deeply embarrassing. Society often stigmatizes the behavior as a sign of mental instability. But decades of psychological research tell a different story. Talking to yourself is completely normal. In fact, nearly every one of us engages in some form of self-talk every single day. So why do we do it? And does the nature of what we say actually matter? Self-talk refers to the constant narration running inside your head, what some call inner speech. It's distinct from mere mental imagery or the act of recalling facts. Specifically, psychologists define self-talk as verbalized thoughts directed toward yourself or some facet of your life. This includes personal goals like, "I need to work on my free throw," but also the mundane reflections of the day, such as, "The gym is too crowded tonight, I'll come back tomorrow." While most adult self-talk remains silent, speaking to yourself out loud falls into the exact same category. Psychologists believe our primary experience with self-talk is vocal, as young children frequently narrate their actions while they play. In the 1930s, Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky hypothesized that this external speech was actually a pillar of human development. By repeating conversations they've had with adults, children practice managing their own behaviors and emotions independently. As we age, this outward chatter tends to become internalized, morphing into a private, perpetual inner dialogue. We know this internal speech is essential. It helps us plan, survive difficult situations, and provide self-motivation. However, studying self-talk is a challenge for scientists. It relies on subjects tracking a behavior that is spontaneous and often happens without conscious control. Because of this, researchers are still seeking answers to fundamental questions. Why do some people experience more self-talk than others? Which specific areas of the brain activate during these moments? And how does this brain activity differ from a normal conversation with another person? One thing we know for certain is that the specific words you use in these inner conversations have real impacts on your attitude and performance. Engaging in self-talk that is instructional or motivational has been proven to sharpen focus, boost self-esteem, and help us tackle daily tasks. For instance, a study involving collegiate tennis players found that incorporating instructional self-talk into their practice routines significantly increased both concentration and accuracy on the court. Just as chatting with a close friend can lower your stress, speaking directly to yourself can help regulate your emotions. Distant self-talk occurs when you address yourself as if in conversation with a third party. So instead of thinking, "I'm going to crush this exam," you may say, "Caleb, you are prepared for this test." One study found this specific technique was especially beneficial for reducing stress during anxiety-inducing tasks, like public speaking or meeting new people. But where positive self-talk empowers you, negative self-talk can be a poison. Most people are critical of themselves occasionally, but when the habit becomes frequent or excessively harsh, it can turn toxic. High levels of negative self-talk are often predictors of anxiety in both children and adults. Those who constantly blame themselves for problems and ruminate on past failures typically experience much more intense feelings of depression. Today, a major field of psychological treatment called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, focuses heavily on regulating the tone of this self-talk. Therapists teach strategies to identify destructive thought cycles and replace them with neutral or more compassionate reflections. Over time, these cognitive tools can drastically improve one's mental health. So the next time you find yourself caught in a conversation with yourself, remember to be kind. That inner voice is a partner you'll be talking to for many, many years to come.